Jim ended up becoming one of the most successful charter operators in the Whitsundays, owning or having shares in a very large number of the vessels operating around the area. Unfortunately, the COVID-19 lockdowns proved to be an absolute disaster for Jim and his boats. From 2020 to 2021, none of the boats could operate, but they had very expensive ongoing maintenance and other expenses. The result of this was that the company almost went bankrupt. Jim sold every boat he had except for Solway Lass, and even then he really struggled to keep the boat maintained. By the time Solway got back to work, she was not in very good condition. The plan was to work her, make enough money to pull her out of the water and to fix her right up. But unfortunately, every time she went out, so many things broke and went wrong that all the money she was making was being spent just on keeping her going. By 2024, a lot of people were worried that the boat was going to end up getting scrapped. She was due for a major refit and she needed a lot of work done on her, and the money just wasn't there to do it. But Jim decided he was just going to try and do it anyway. He put together a small team which included himself, me, Odin and Filippo. We sailed Solway to Mackay Slipway, put her up on the big trolley and hauled her out of the water. Realistically, we needed a miracle to get this job done. I'd just come down to help out, and to my horror, after we pull up on the slipway, I get put in charge of the refit. All I could think was, oh my god, my name is going to be attached to the scrapping of a beautiful historic vessel. But on the spot I just decided, you know what, I love this boat, I'm going to do everything that it takes to try and make this happen. So I set about extracting as much of Jim's considerable marine knowledge as I could, motivating the sailors, and selling the boat, trying to inspire people every chance that I got. To help make this happen, I produced a live documentary on the entire refit process. Fortunately for us, the miracle happened. Our tradies got inspired and put in a lot of extra effort, going hard for the entire refit to rebuild the boat. The shipyard, very unusually, decided to not make a profit on our vessel. The government and our marine surveyor really put in a lot of effort to give us good advice and to help us get through the process. We received generous donations and financial support, without which this would not have been possible. Our little team just kept putting in and working hard through what I could only describe as extremely stressful and adverse conditions. As soon as the hull was finished, we had to launch the boat, but there was still a lot to be done. Out at sea, we just kept working on the boat. Low on funds, we were lucky enough to have volunteers come aboard to help us finish the job. Well done.
Yeah, we've had a great.
Well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much, guys.
So it happened. I thought my name was going to be attached to the scrapping of a beautiful historic vessel, but instead it's attached to the saving of a beautiful historic vessel. She came out the other end of the refit in quite good condition, went to work, and we did not have a single problem on the first trip out. Solway Lass went back to work with her crew mostly drawn from members of the refit and the volunteers that came aboard, and she's a roaring success. If you're interested in knowing more about the refit, there's a full documentary on it available on my YouTube channel, Adventure Bum. if you happen to not be watching this on YouTube.